Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Now I forgot to bring my microphone into the correct position. Isn't that nice? Yes, my failure has confused me. Please refrain of any jokes in that regard, please. Let's just continue with my food tour across the Berlin city side. We were at Monday, I believe. Now, let's go to Tuesday. The big thing there was the steakhouse Mendoza. It was a nice meal. It was basically a 3-course meal. Luckily only 3 courses, not a total of 12. The first course was a salad. Oh. Nothing fancy, nothing out of the ordinary. Just plain old salad. Ahem. It was delicious though. It was delicious. And the second course, the main course. Oh. It was something else. It was a steak, medium, with roasted onions. Again, a little bit of salad, little bit of cocktail sauce, and I'm getting hungry. That's the fact of it. Well. Back to the third course, to the dessert. The dessert. That was basically a crab. And I don't mean shit. I mean C-R-E-P-E-S. Crabs. Crabs. The dessert was a crepe filled with vanilla ice cream. On top of it, hot raspberries, and on the side, a little bit of chocolate sauce and whipped cream. Oh, it was delicious, I tell you. Oh, that was a dessert. I highly recommend the Mendoza if you are in Berlin. Oh good, I have some water at hand. If the need arises. So, but back to food. I think Wednesday I already told that was the Ishin. And do not worry, the Ishin just doesn't serve sushi in different variations. There's also soup and other delicacies of Japanese origin. I just ate sushi. I just ate sushi there, though. But one day One day I will eat the other items on the menu. One day. One day. I'm getting hungry. And I already ate. Ah, evil. Talking about food is evil. Don't do it. I will continue to do it though, because I started it, so yeah. Jesus flipping. I know you like to switch mouse, and I really appreciate it. So the attempts are rather minor, but still. Cut it out. So, the dreaded Thursday. The 10-course meat meal. The all-you-can-eat side dish buffet and 2 courses of dessert. A flip. I didn't check a word. Never mind. Then I have to describe it. Then I have to describe it as best as I can. So first, the dreaded Thursday. Let me tell you, it didn't start with a 10-course meal, a 10-course meat meal with a buffet and so on and so forth. Don't worry. It started rather innocent, with pasta as lunch. I had basically normal pasta. I say pasta, it was penne. Penne and tomato sauce and some parmesan cheese on top of it. It was delicious. It was delicious. The establishment where we ate is named Toros. And all the names, by the way, all the names of the establishments I ate, and I recommend, except for Burgeramt, are on the previous episodes, the description, so if you didn't read it, then tough luck, tough luck. Jesus. So, back to the Toros. I had penne and tomato sauce with some parmesan cheese. The girlfriend had lasagna. As I said, the lunch was rather innocent. As in the evening, we went to Villa Rodizio. And yes, that is the place where the meat fight began. And we had it as dinner. I was the one who booked the table. I thought, why not having that as dinner? What could possibly go wrong? Oh, me and my childlike naivety. What did I know? What did I know about this particular item on the menu? Oh, woe is me. So we went there for dinner. The wait has explained us what will happen. And basically we had each of us had one big plate for the meat. And if you want the side dishes, we had to go to the buffet, pick a small plate, and choose. Now, we didn't have all 10 courses at once, even though it felt like it. The courses were on big skewers, not huge, but you don't want to be poked with them. And each skewer really was a course. And we could choose how much meat we wanted. And as naive as we were, we thought, oh, what could possibly go wrong? Let's dive in strong. You can already tell that that didn't went all that perfectly fine. It was rather intimidating after the third or fourth skewer. Basically after the second already, because the size of the skewers doesn't change. The amount of meat it has doesn't vary that much first. Oy. And yeah, we went in strong. And we regretted it after skewer 4. We anticipated the next course with dread and joy. It was a weird feeling. On the one hand, please no more meat. We are full. On the other hand, more delicious meat. Oh, it's just... Oy, oy, oy. So much meatery. Can't even remember all of the courses. We had pork, we had beef, we had chicken legs, not really the legs, but drumsticks, chicken drumsticks. We had pieces of the Spanish sausage chorizo, if I remember the name correctly. It was a spicy sausage. That I can tell ya. We had chicken wrapped in bacon. I believe that are the first 4 skewers, and after that, had pork and 2 times chicken, drumsticks and wrapped in bacon. The Spanish sausage. After that, pork, beef, casla. Casla is basically salted meat, salted pig or pig slash pork or beef. I think it's pork. Casla, beef. Then chicken breasts in chili sauce. Course 9, what was course 9? I don't remember. I think that was a variation of something we had earlier. And the last course was, funny enough, the smallest one. The last course, the last meat course was the chicken hearts. It's amazing, the smallest course was the last. And we dreaded that one because we didn't know what is going to happen. And even after we saw it, please. Amazing. It was really delicious though. I can't tell you anything about the side dishes because we were too afraid to stand up and get some. And at one point we were just too full. And the waiter basically served us all of the meat. At one point we look at him as he comes to us and he just starts grinning. Well, we started to grin too and dreaded joy of it. It was adventure. It was an adventure. It's amazing. And then we had a break because please, no more food. We are full. And really, for the first 10 meat courses, first really strong and then slices afterwards. We take a slice from here and that's it. Just a slice, just a piece. Thank you. It's... And I tell you, it felt for me a little bit like a crime. Because, it's one whole thing of the casa, for example. Oh, looked that delicious as a whole. Oh, this was just. It felt a little bit like a crime to say, one slice, that's enough. But oh well. What else can you do if you are basically dying of food? Slightly paradox, I know, but hey. Oh, I'm full. Well, I don't need you or you. Well, after the break and a little bit to drink, non-alcoholic cocktails they were tasty. After that, the 2 courses of dessert. Course 1 was a pineapple. Not just any old pineapple, no. That one was doused in alcohol and then set on fire with a lighter. It was delicious, true, but the alcohol taste was strong. I mean strong. The second course was basically hot bananas, sliced in half, on chocolate sauce, and on top of them, coconut flakes. Oh, that was more delicious, far more. Much more delicious than the pineapple. Amazing. I look back at it with a sense of dread and joy that evening. We are so full. Well, my stomach was more filled up than the stomach of my girlfriend because she was smart enough to have smaller portions later on. I have all the things first, and then I have a tenth of all the things where she said, "Meh. Could you please make it less? Thank you." Well, could be worse. We are alive. We are alive. Wow. Bup, bup. Dum de dum de dum 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 de dum dum. Friday. Friday wasn't all that exciting in regards of food. That was the day where I went for sushi again. We. But at that time, at another place, and I don't actually remember the name. But they had fried sushi, which was interesting and delicious. But the other sushi rolls I had were, let's say, the Ishin was way better. Way better. And I highly recommend the Ishin. Friends, if you are watching this, you have a lot to try out. You have really a lot. I'm sorry, but at one point after I have recorded all of the food talk here, I will pester you a little bit and tell you the places and give you links, hopefully, at least with Google Maps. But be warned, I will pester you. I'm sorry, but it has to be done. It has to. Don't you agree? I'm sorry, friends. I'm sorry. Well, it basically concludes the food talk. But there's Saturday and Sunday. Sunday wasn't really much, because I basically went back around lunchtime, so I only had breakfast there. And Saturday, let's say that is a private affair. That is a private affair. So don't even try to ask. Answer is no, I will not talk about the Saturday. I say this. We were happy that the Friday wasn't meat. I will only say that. The rest is up to you, to your imagination. And I didn't tell all I did on my trip. Just the food and Dussmann. Because, Jesus, all the books. Look at the books. Look at all the books there. Just, oh, my mind just went, ah. I already saw 2 big bookstores in Berlin. One is called Thalia, and one is called Hugendubel. But seriously, they pale in comparison to Dussmann. They pale in comparison. And they paid in comparison to it when I was there and they were renovating. So, yeah. Let's just say lots of books. Lots of them. So let's try to finish getting all this down out of here, so I can proceed with terraforming in the next episode. And I'm done talking about my trip and food for, well, I wanted to say for now I am done. Any further questions will be not answered, except there about the food that I can remember. And if I can remember something about it. But seriously, burgers, sushi, steaks, meat in general, pasta. Whew. It was a busy trip. It was a busy trip. Hey, nobody has allowed you to do that, so don't even think about it. Hey, so many places for friends to look at. I may even be tempted to say, go to Dussmann. Just because the Ishin is pretty close to it. Seriously. Go to Steakhouse Mendoza, go to Villa Rodizio, go to the Ishin, go to Burgers Berlin, and go to Toros. The names are in the description of episode 15, the previous episode, and if you Google them with a, for example, Toros Berlin, you should be able to find it. You should. And I hope that I wrote them correctly. Well, I probably have to revamp the description a little bit because I just wrote Mendoza there, not Steakhouse Mendoza. Seriously, if you're in Berlin, try those places out. They're delicious. I don't send you to Burgeramt because it's loud. The burgers are delicious, but Jesus flipping Christ, it's loud. My ears. Call me old, but gee, wasn't that fun? My poor, poor ears. Ugh. Not cool. Not cool at all. I see, I see. I have to do it tricky apparently. When I get those done. But first... just rain. Which already let up because I slept. Oh well, oh well. Anyway... that's it for today. And I will not punch you. You can despawn, please. So, I will say good night and sleep well. Dream of food, please. Dream of food. Good night.